Okay guys, welcome back. Welcome back. This is part two of this video, and yeah, we'll be talking about so this is where I'm at currently. And maybe by the end of this video I'll be a lot further, or I might just cut it short because I want to show you guys how I've been dealing with these things, because I complained about it on the last video about how each of these tiles are kind of separate. Would makes it a hell of a lot more difficult, especially when it comes to when I'm trying to texture it and all those kind of things, because I almost have to select each and every one of these things. I did find a workaround. This is his renders, the renders that he used before in Twinmotion, when he was like, this is the reference images I should use whenever I'm working on it. I found some good texture for the water. That's another thing. I decided to start texturing because it was starting to get very difficult for me to be able to identify all the different pieces when everything looks exactly the same. Something like this is a lot more difficult for me to work with. Um, so yeah, I've started texturing, and the water has a texture, and all those other things have a textures and stuff. So that's pretty cool, I think. Um, with the noting is I actually found a way to deal with this. Kind of, it's not the best solution, but remember. So let me actually do this. Let me show you guys. Um, there we go. So I've started texturing these things. So for example, right, like I need to texture like this gap over here. Um, so what I was doing, instead of like selecting a whole bunch of these one by one and texturing them one by one, what I do is I um, select linked object data, and then what it kind of does is it selects objects with a similar texture. I mean shape, or similar object data basically, right? So it does that, and then that's what I was doing with all these other things. Sometimes it would grab a lot, sometimes it would only grab a few, which would be a bit of a problem. And then I would give one of them a texture. Oh wait, it gave all of them a texture. Okay, never mind. Um, so in other instances, it only gives one of them a texture. In which case, I'm sure it's probably gonna happen while I'm showing you guys what I was doing here. In which case, if it does do that, then I'll show you how I was going about texturing it as opposed to texturing it one by one. I mean, I'm glad to see it's not giving me that issue anymore now. Um, but yeah, let's just go about doing this. Uh, select. I mean, it would be nice if it selected all the other beams as well. Um, but yeah, it's all good. I was actually thinking as well, can I create an AI program that's going to enable me to do that, select similar? Because I know in Illustrator, um, Adobe Illustrator, there's an option usually to what do you call this? There's usually an option to select similar things, right? Select by trait, something like that. In which case it allows you to like grab a whole uh multiple objects that have similar direction, shape, and all those kind of things. This I would say is a very similar option, but I would have hoped I would get like a parameter of sorts, which allows me to like kind of decide on how similar they are. So I can just grab it and then drag it along the way. It's more similar, then I drag it this way. It grabs more similar objects. Less similar, drag it the other way, and it deselects objects that are not as similar. I don't know if that makes sense. Um, but for now, we work with what we have. I And knowing the Blender community, there might be someone who already came up with it, to be honest. So if someone did and you guys know of the tool, please do share it, not just for me, but for other people that might be in the comment section and might be interested in it. Um, hopefully it's free. I can't afford buying assets just yet. As soon as I can, I'll be sure to support the community because, yeah, I appreciate the work that they do. But for now, if there's a cheap option that allows me to do exactly this, oh my gosh, I would appreciate it. Okay. Anyway, so this is what I've been doing. This is how I textured all these other ones. But fortunately, with all these other ones, I could select this. I could just select this one. Select. linked objects, and what it would do is select all of those. You see that? So that was pretty cool. And then I could texture it just accordingly. But in this instance, I guess these ones are very distinctly different to the other pieces. I mean, I'm thinking maybe one of those options I'm talking about is exactly here, but I just don't know. I tried tinkering with it earlier. It didn't give me the result that I wanted, so I just assumed it's not it. But yeah, well, mm, okay. Unfortunately, I have this other group chat that I joined for graphic design, and that was a call from there. Um, just gonna mute that for a bit. But yeah, so this is what I've got so far when it comes to this project. I even forgot what I was saying really before. As you can see, I've textured the water. This is not my own texture. I didn't come up with it, and it's not these ones either. I got this one from Blender Market. It was a free asset, realistic looking water, and it works wonders. So what I'll be doing for now is I'll just be texturing probably all the wood surfaces, just so that I can distinguish things a bit better. Um, I really wanted to showcase what I've been doing when it comes to texturing things. Like for example, if you want to texture multiple objects with the same texture on Blender, normally you can't just. I mean, my assumption was you couldn't just select them. So for example, I'm just gonna select this, select this. I believe in the power of being able to undo. So I've selected multiple objects as you can see, and what I want to do is I want to give them all this material. You see that? There we go. That's the problem right there. It doesn't give all of them this color. So what I can do is I can just deselect it, select it again, because it needs to be the last object you select. So select all the objects you want to give this texture, and then select the last object as the object with the texture. Control L, and then just say link materials, and then all of them should have the material now. There we go. That's basically what I did. Um, with this, I'm just undoing this. That's what I did when I was texturing these wood planks over here on the side. Just want to undo. Yep, there we go. So when I was texturing these, I just did that, and then most of them had the wood texture. I mean, I still gotta texture these. I'm not gonna show you guys me just selecting these and doing the same thing I've been doing this whole video, because you guys already saw that. So I guess you guys will. I'll catch you guys on the next video. And then that's gonna be me trying to pay a lot more attention to the way I texture things. I think. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe. Ask questions if you have any questions you want to ask. I think this kind of thing might be better as a live stream in future. That's what I want to do. Because then I can interact with people and we can make some pretty cool things or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, subscribe, like, share, and do all those beautiful things for me. If you guys enjoy the video, I'll catch you guys on the next one.